Hi, at Elevate Canine Academy, it's our goal to have everybody that comes through our program to be happy with the results on the other side. But the reality is we're never going to be 100% with everybody. And there's many reasons why. But the reality is the training isn't about training the dog. The reality is about training the human. And the issue that most people have is they look at their dog as their baby when they really need to be looking at the dog as a child. And what I mean by that is when we're raising children, we have to have rules and boundaries, and we have to have consequences for violating those rules and boundaries, and we need to be consistent as parents in enforcing that. What's happening is too many people are treating their dog as their best friend or their infant child, and that's where things start to get kind of messy. The dog doesn't really respect the owner in the way they should, and that's why we have a lot of the behavioral issues that we do. So how we have to do that is we have to, again, apply rules and consequences and be consistent in the enforcing of it. But not everybody's up to that. Some people really struggle with it. We call this the messy middle. And there's this point from when you start training until the dog is pretty well trained where it can get ugly, especially if you have a dog that's very stubborn. Think of it like going to boot camp for somebody. If somebody goes to boot camp and listens and follows the rules, they're going to skate through there. It's not going to be that hard. But if you have somebody that doesn't want to listen to the rules, they're going to have a rough time going through boot camp. They're going to be doing a lot of push-ups, a lot of sit-ups, stuff like that. And so same thing comes with the dog. If a dog is more on that stubborn side, it's going to be a little bit rougher. It's going to be a little bit more messy in the middle. And sometimes people struggle with that. They can't get past it's their baby, and so they have a hard time applying consequences to the dog. So no matter what happens, we can teach the dog whatever we want in the training program, but in the end, it's the owner's responsibility to reinforce the rules that we defined as we were going through training. And if they're able to do that and be consistent in it with consequences, they're not going to have problems with their dog afterwards. But if they just can't get past that messy middle, it's not within them to hold the dog accountable and have consequences that the dog understands, then it's just something they're always going to struggle with. So if somebody comes through our program, we know pretty much right away whether we got one of these people that treat their dog as though it's their baby. And so we know where they're going to struggle. They're not going to get to the level that we want to get them to. And if a person struggles with that, that's okay. I mean, our program isn't going to be the best one for them. And we're looking for the people that are tired of the behaviors, the reactivity, the aggression, the jumping, and they're just done with it. They want to be done. And those are the people that we're going to be able to help. For the people that come and just bring their dog and think that we're just going to get the dog trained and then everything's going to be good, that doesn't work that way. It's really more about training the human. We got to get the human to be able to see the bigger picture and that they can't be the friend. They have to be the leader to their dog. And then once that's well established, then we can be friends with our dog. So my point is as much as I want to be there and have 100% satisfaction in every dog that we have through our program, it's just not reality. So there are always going to be people out there that feel like we didn't do them justice. And unfortunately, there's not a lot we can do when we're looking at it from two different perspectives. So if you've had it and you are ready to get past these issues with your dogs and you're willing to do whatever it's going to take to get them past the reactivity, past the aggression, whatever the issues are, we're here to help you. But the key is that you're ready to do this. Because once we get past the training, it's on you as the dog owner to follow through and hold the dog accountable.